Dano, I turn to you, and this is going to be music to the ears of Desert Dogs fans. You feel like this team has gotten better on the back end. Please expand.
Well, they have. Obviously, they get Jersey from L.A., a good two-way defenseman, and now you get Matt Dumba, who probably needed a change of scenery, obviously. He's got to stay healthy as well. But if you look at this defense, this is shaping up pretty nicely. You hope the youngster Soderstrom can maybe take that next step and become just a good, solid NHL defenseman. He's got great hockey IQ, can move the puck. You've got Stetcher Valimaki's flying under the radar. He is a really good defenseman, only getting better. You got the veteran Stetcher, so Moser's a nice defenseman as well back there. So this is a group that, if they gel, if they play together as a six-man unit and get the puck up to their forwards, they've got some nice pieces in Arizona. Yes, are they a couple years away from maybe being a playoff team, maybe being a contender, 5 years, 3, 4, 5 years away? Well, who knows? I mean, but again, if they believe in themselves, the organization continues to add pieces like a veteran like Dumba, who, yeah, he's got to go in there and be a leader and be a guy that can get back to, 3, 4 years ago where he was on top of his game, where he was an offensive producer. He's certainly not a very big guy, but man, is he physical. We've seen him throw some monster hits and have an impact that way. So I liked everything that Matt Dumba said as far as he's going to hold himself accountable. I expect a lot from myself here in Arizona. And a lot of people on the outside, that's all the media does, and other fan bases, whatever it may be, don't give them a lot of chance. I love being in that situation because I was in that situation as a Devil in the 80s where we weren't very good. We continually got better, and then we surprised everybody in 88, made the playoffs the first time. And we went 2 rounds, by the way, and lost in the 3rd round on the way to possibly going to a Stanley Cup final, lost to Boston in 7. That's the belief and mentality you have to have in Arizona. And they're starting to get the pieces. I mean, look at some of the young guys up front, led by Keller. I mean, this is not a bad group, and I think they can get better, and I love their coaching staff. I always don't say it exactly, probably Tourné.
It works. He knows.
I think he knows what he's doing behind the bench, and he's starting to get more comfortable. He's understanding the pieces that he has in place there, and don't count Arizona out to just be a hard team to play against, competitive. And we mentioned they had a good record at home. Now it's about being a little more consistent on the road.
He mentioned Keller. You mentioned Keller. Boy, did he have to come back from a terrible injury. He's a promising piece. He's so much fun to watch. What makes his game so effective?
Again, a lot of the top players in the league, top offensive producers, is their mind, their hockey IQ. We use that term a lot. I don't always like to use that terminology. His intelligence all over the ice, but great set of hands, draws defenders to him, and that leaves line mates open. That's what the great offensive facilitators do. Is you think they're going to shoot, you think they're going to make pass the puck sooner than they are, and they kind of hang on, draw guys to them, wait till the stick angles change on the defenders, where we talk about stick usage so often, and they find that open lane and find you. So, and also his shot, I think, over the last year has really improved. I mean, he can snap the puck as well.
We saw that.
Yeah. So he's really their leader. He's become a star in this league now, and again, because they're out in Arizona at times, we don't talk enough about teams out west, but or see him on a regular basis because they're playing later and all that kind of thing. But Clayton Keller's a star in this league, and he's got a pretty good young core around him now that they can start to believe again. Start to believe, okay, we're getting there. And I know it from our leading, being on a team like that when we were young.
In the 80s,
In the 80s. I got crossed up there a little bit, meaning where we started to believe. And once we started to believe, after being the whipping boys of the league, all of a sudden start to believe, and it comes together. And then before you know it, you're a playoff team and you make some noise.